Hey guys, Chris Ramsey here, and first of all, let me give you a huge thank you for picking up social traffic traps. Now, what we're going to be talking about today is how to use Facebook fan pages as traffic generating devices. And basically, what we're going to do is we're going to show you step by step how to go from no fan page, never having used Facebook fan pages at all, and going from there to having a fan page with thousands and thousands of fans where you can drive thousands and thousands of clicks, which is, of course, what we want, because if you don't have any clicks, then you're not going to have any sales. So that's what we're going to be using this for. A lot of people use it for list building or promoting CPA offers or whatever, but we're just going to use this as a general traffic source. Now, I've personally chosen to go into the pet niche because it is a huge billion-dollar market. People spend thousands of dollars every year on their pets, and I wanted a piece of that pie. So that's the market that I've chosen to go into. But you can literally use this for anything. You can use it in internet marketing. I see people do it all the time. You can use it in really any niche where there is a passion. A lot of hobby niches are very good for this. However, if you stay on top of trending topics, things like politics or politics in general, but yeah, trending topics work really well. So if you watch your own regular Facebook feed on your regular Facebook account, then you can just keep an eye out for what is going viral, and from there, build out your fan pages to take advantage of those trends as they happen. Which, if you do that, you are very likely to build huge fan pages very quickly. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you a little bit about what I do. Now, I've got a bunch of different fan pages, but by far my biggest are in the dog markets. So let's go ahead and check this one out, my Shih Tzu page. And as you can see here, we have 16,432 fans. And if you look at my new likes here, you can see that new fans are being added all the time. And that's because I have an incredibly active fan base, because this is a market where people are obsessed with the topic, in this case they're Shih Tzus, and they are absolutely in love with it. So let me show you here one thing that you can do. Here what we've done is we've had people upload content to our Facebook fan page, and then we'll repost it and we'll add in a CPA offer or something like that. This goes to a CPA offer that we promote, and this one did very well. As you can see, it got 198 shares, 1,257 likes, 115 comments. So that's got a good amount of viralness to it, or virality as Facebook calls it. Anyway, so this was done 21 hours ago, and that's not bad. Generally, one thing you need to look out for is posts that have links. They're not going to do nearly as well as posts without links. It's just something in Facebook's algorithm where it's not going to show up as much on people's fan pages. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and start from the absolute very beginning. So we're going to go ahead and create a brand new fan page. So let's go ahead and over here on the sidebar, it'll say pages. You can go ahead and click more on that. Then you're going to go ahead and click create a page. If you don't have that there, you can actually just go straight to the URL facebook.com/pages/create.php. That'll take you to this page. So let me go ahead and expand this here, bring this back up. Okay, so now there's a lot of different choices here, but I'm going to show you a little trick here that will keep you from having Facebook essentially steal your page from you later on. Facebook has some kind of nasty terms of service when it comes to Facebook pages, and in some cases, if they deem it necessary, they can take over control of your fan page, which royally sucks. I had a friend who had a fan page with about 150,000 fans on it, who actually had his fan page taken over and turned into a community page, because Facebook thought it was more of a community than a fan page. And that meant he had absolutely no control over it. He couldn't drive traffic from the page anymore, and it was just a real big loss for him that day. Okay, so anyway, we're going to go here to brand or product, and then under category, we're going to choose website. Then we're going to type in the brand or product name. In this case, just whatever your topic is going to be. So if we're going to stick with the dog market, I would do something like I love my dog, or something along those lines. Now, one of the things, if I were to start all this over from scratch, one of the things I would do is start a fan page like this for general dog lovers instead of specific dog breeds, because I could build up a general dog page very, very quickly. Especially now that I have all these other fan pages. But if I was starting from scratch, this is what I would do. I would choose a general dog page like this, like I love my dog, or I love my cat, or whatever, and then build it up from there, because with all these other dog breed pages, I have a lot more work to do to get the word out about CPA offers or whatever it is I'm promoting than if I were to just have one page where I had all of my fans under one umbrella. So it takes me a lot more work than it's going to take you. But yeah, so that's what I recommend. So let's go ahead and start this page. Click I agree and get started. And we are going to actually have to change this to a unique name. So let's do I love my pup. There we go. And here we've just got some basic setup stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and skip this right now. And we'll come back to that another time. But basically what we're going to do now is we're just going to fill this out with some basic content. So I'm actually going to skip this again real quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to go to this website here, sxc.hu. This is a free stock photo website. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and grab a couple of pictures from here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look for ones that really stick out to me. So like this one, this sticks out. So we're going to go ahead and save this image. Save that to the desktop. Going to grab a couple others. And again, we're just fleshing out our fan page with some basic content, so that when they land on the fan page, they aren't just shocked to see, hey, there's nothing here yet. Okay, so we're going to go back over here. We're going to go ahead and add a profile picture. Alright, well that does not seem to be working right now, so let's go ahead and upload some. Actually, let's reload this page because none of this is working now. Okay, well, looks like that's fine. And it looks like there are some issues here. So what we're going to do is pause the video, and we'll be right back once I get this figured out. Okay, and we're back. It just looked like there was a little issue with a script that I had running on the page. So let's go ahead and get rid of this test post here. We're going to go ahead and upload some of those photos. And I'm actually going to go ahead and pause the video while I upload these photos. Okay, and we're back now that we've uploaded those 4 photos to the page. So we're going to go ahead and choose this blue one here. This is going to be our profile picture. So we're going to go to Options, then Make Profile Picture. Go ahead and click Done Cropping once you select wherever you want it to be. Now, I just want to point out that the reason I chose this particular image is because it is very eye-catching. And if I were to actually put in the effort at the moment, I'd probably actually take this image into Photoshop and brighten it up a little bit, since it is pretty dark. But either way, it's going to be eye-catching, and it'll grab people's eyes when they see it. So, okay, that is basically what we're going to do with fleshing out. Normally I would also go to YouTube and grab a couple of videos and post them here on the page, but since we're just creating this for an example, I'm going to go ahead and leave it with just these images here. So one thing I'd really recommend to do is go ahead and click like on your page, because that's going to get added to your interests. So the ads that show up on your page will start being other dog pages or other people in that particular market. And what I like to do is every day when I start work or whenever I'm starting my Facebook tasks for the day is I'll go through the ads on the page a couple of times, refresh the page a couple of times, look at them, and click like on any new pages that have popped up that I have not liked before, so I can see what other people are doing. And this is very, very important because when you're watching what other successful people are doing, you can literally copy their same strategies, and in many, many cases, you can actually just download the photos that they're using on their fan page and re-upload them to your own and get that same type of virality. And it's just a really, really effective way at building your fan page really, really well. Okay, so once you've got the basics here fleshed out and you've clicked like and you've got your first fan on there, what is the next step? Well, simply put, it's getting fans. And there are a lot of different ways to do that, but I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways here in just a second. So first of all, let me go ahead and say that if you do have some money to invest in this, I would really recommend starting out with Facebook ads because you could very quickly get your page up to 10,000 fans in as little as a month. It's not that uncommon for people to go way beyond that if they've got more than enough money to spend. But if you've got as little as $100 or even $200 to spend on ads, I really, really recommend that you try that out because you can build up your fan page much, much quicker with ads than you can using any free method out there, especially when you are using or trying to get actual targeted people to your fan page. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about actually getting your first fans. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and find other dog pages. So all you got to do is go up to your search bar and type in something like dog, and click the magnifying glass icon here. Don't hit enter because that'll automatically take you to the very first result on the page. So you want to make sure to click the magnifying glass. So once you do that, you'll go over here to pages, and you'll have plenty of other options here. So here's one. It's got 6 million likes. Let's check that page out. And this is just a community page, so this is not actually something that we want to mess with because it doesn't have all of the fun stuff that we want. So here's another one, dogs, 4.8 million likes. Here we go. This is perfect. So they don't update their page very often. The last one was on February 6th, and it's February 26th today. But as you can see, they get plenty of interaction. 1,427 shares, 1,800 shares, 800 shares, 3,500 shares, 1,500, and you can see they have plenty of interaction on their page. Okay, so this is a good place to start. I'd really recommend going after somebody who is more active with their pages, but this will work when you're just getting started out. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go and click view previous comments and bring a bunch of these comments up. And I actually forgot a step, so let's step back. Let's go to our fan page. And what we're going to do is we are going to click edit page in our admin panel here, and you'll see use Facebook as your page name. So you're going to go ahead and click that. And then when you go back to the home page, you're going to see the home page as that particular page. So let's go ahead and do that search again. Actually, I've got that open over here still. So let's go ahead and pull that up. And you can see up here we're still as I love my pup. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here to the comments and again click view previous comments a few times. And we're just going to go through and start clicking like on everybody's posts. And what that does is it will pop up a notification for them that will show your fan page. It'll say, I love my pup likes your post or something like that. And then they can click on that and it will actually show all the people who liked it and give them a chance to actually go over to your profile or your fan page as it is. So let's go ahead and do that a few times. Now, as you can see, some of these are other fan pages on here, posting comments, but we don't really want to spend the hassle of actually doing that. So all you got to do is go through and click like on all of these things. Now I actually want to show you a very simple tool that you can use that will automate this entire thing. So let me go ahead and pause the video and I'll bring that up for you real quick. Okay, here we are. So this is a Facebook auto liker. It's a user script, which if you are familiar with the GreaseMonkey plugin for Firefox, basically it's just a piece of JavaScript that installs into your browser and it will load on certain pages. So this is a really great script to use. However, I would really recommend only using this particular one on a blank Facebook profile. So when you start creating your Facebook pages, I really recommend creating a brand new Facebook profile, so that if anything happens to that, if like for some instance, for any possible reason you get banned from Facebook for whatever that you're doing, your regular Facebook profile that you use for your personal stuff does not get affected. So one of the reasons I recommend that for this particular script, though, is as good as the script is, when you install it, it will actually add you to a group and then add all of your friends to that same Facebook group, which is total bullshit if you ask me. But aside from that, this script works really great. So let me go ahead and activate that here. Let me go and pause the video again. I'm going to activate it, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how. Okay, so we now have it installed. Let me go ahead and activate GreaseMonkey and get rid of some of this stuff here. Alright, so we've got that enabled. Now we're going to go ahead and head back to the home page here. So let's go ahead and reload this page. And let me go ahead and shrink this down a little bit so you can see what's going on. Okay, so here, you're not going to be able to see it that well there. I'm going to have to widen this a bit. Okay, so here you're going to see a little hovering thing with these annoying blinkings going on. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to go to one of these posts. So let's go ahead and go to this one. You're going to click the date. Sorry, you're going to hold Control or Command if you're on a Mac, and then click the date. There we go. And what that will do is it'll open it up in a new tab instead of the window. What you're going to do is you're just going to click View Previous Comments a few times. If there's hundreds of comments like there are here, I'd really recommend only showing about 100 comments at a time. And then you're going to click Like All Comments. And you can see the progress here, and it'll automatically click like on all those comments. It doesn't match up perfectly with the number of comments that are showing, but it'll work well enough. So that'll just go through and auto-like all those comments with some sort of delay in between each and every one. And it works fantastically. I've had absolutely no problems with Facebook getting pissed off about this. I've been using it for a few weeks now, and at least a few times a day I'll let this run. And it does a really great job at helping add new fans to my pages without a whole lot of effort, and I don't have to spend any money on ads, which is just fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and actually stop this right now. But you get the idea. Let me go ahead and disable this. And close that. And head back here. Okay, so that's basically what's going to happen in terms of building your fan pages. So like I said, you can go and do Facebook ads, but that is much more in-depth than I want to talk about in this course. I just want to talk about using your fan pages to generate traffic. And if you just use that single tool alone, you'll build up your first few hundred fans in no time flat. Seriously, just let that run a couple times a day on a few hundred comments, and you'll start getting fans really quickly. And once you get up to a couple hundred fans, you can actually, from that point, let your fan page just grow virally on its own. And basically, you'll just be doing that by posting very shareable content to your fan page. And there's not a whole lot I can teach you about building viral content, because it's really a a guessing game because you don't know exactly what kind of content is going to go viral on your fan pages until you actually get out there and start trying them. The stuff that works on my pages is not necessarily going to work that well on your pages, especially if you're in a different market. So that's something you really, really need to keep in mind. However, I can show you some general rules, and I'm actually going to share with you another tool that I use on a daily basis to create fairly viral images. So let's go ahead and let's get out of using this as this fan page. So to do that, you're just going to do this exact same process as you did before. Click on Edit Page, and then use Facebook as your regular profile. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go back to one of our other fan pages. Now we're going to have to scroll down a little bit because I haven't posted much in the last couple of days as I've taken those days off, but we'll get down here. Here we go. And we'll see some more of these viral posts. So here's one that I've been doing that's worked really, really well for me. As you can see, this one's had 462 shares. That's not what I meant to do. Basically what I did was I just took a photo from Pinterest. I searched the topic Shih Tzu, and then I took one of those pictures and I put this on it with Photoshop. Click like and share, and then point some arrows down at these buttons here. And it's really, really simple to do. All you gotta do is create a square image in Photoshop, and then have a little blank area down here. If you've ever used Photoshop before, you can even do this in Paint, to be honest. It's really not that big of a process. There's also software out there that you can get to create images like this, but if you can, it doesn't have to be all that professional looking. I mean, this is Facebook. People put unprofessional stuff out there all the time and it goes viral, no problem. So it doesn't really need to look all that professional. And honestly, I kind of like the personalized look of this, where it looks just like somebody who isn't all that great at Photoshop or anything like that put this together and put it out there. And as you can see, clearly it does very well. I've had 1,200 likes on it, 462 shares, and 50 comments. That's not a ton, but it does pretty well. So here's another one. 10,000 shares, 234 comments, and 2,400 likes. So I really like the idea of using text on images when it comes to creating viral images, especially with some sort of call to action. My strongest posts almost always have something that says click share to do whatever, or click like. Those are almost always the absolute best posts. And as you can see, this one had 10,000 shares on it, and was seen by 84,000 people. That is way more than people than I actually have on this fan page. So it is an absolute great strategy for building viral content, giving people a solid call to action. Make sure to do that. One thing you really need to keep in mind, though, is you can't post links in every single post that you do. As you'll see, I have links in a lot of my posts because they are great for driving traffic, but I'd say only about half of them have the links. Maybe a little bit more than that sometimes, but generally I'd say keep about half of your post without any links, because Facebook has what's known as EdgeRank, and basically what this does is it calculates what is most important to show on people's Facebook walls, or their news feeds, whatever they're called. So by getting more and more people to interact with your fan page, you are basically upping the importance in Facebook's EdgeRank algorithm to show your posts more often on your fans' pages. So don't think that if you have 10,000 fans, you're automatically going to show your post to all 10,000 fans every single time you post. That's just not how this works. So it's maybe about 20, maybe 30% of your fans will actually see your posts. Again, it really depends on what your EdgeRank is. It can go higher, it can go lower. But just keep in mind that the more you have people interact with your posts, the more times your posts are going to share or be viewed on people's news feeds. So for instance, after I posted this and it had those 10,000 shares, for the next couple days I had a lot more people seeing my posts than if I just ran for a week or two without having one that had this many shares in the past. So I hope that makes sense. I mean, it's not a very complicated topic, but it does tend to confuse people. So just keep that in mind. The more people you have interacting with your fan page, the more people are going to actually see that. So I haven't done much experimentation as to see whether comments or likes or shares or any of that have more of an effect to increase your edge rank. But the one thing I like to kind of differentiate with is I go with comments and likes to build up my edge rank, and I go for shares to build my fan base. So for instance, this one I chose click share to celebrate so that I could get more fans. And I added, I think, 3, maybe 400 new fans to the fan page from this single post. So, you know, very, very solid strategy if you can come up with a good viral image. And like I said before, Pinterest is a fabulous source for that. So let's go ahead and check that out real quick. And after this, I'm going to go ahead and show you the tool that I use to create some really fantastic viral images. Okay, so we're here on Pinterest. So I'm just going to go ahead and search cute Shih Tzu. And as you can see, there are a ton of incredibly eye-catching images right here on the very top of the page. So let's go ahead and grab one that I have not posted before. We'll go ahead and get this one. We're going to go ahead and save the image. And what we're going to do next is we're actually going to go here to a website called viralworkshop.com. Now this is a free service, but you do have to sign up. So we're going to go ahead and log into my account. And here you're going to see 6 different types of images. Now the ones I like to use the most are the word search, the picture box, and the auto collage creator. The auto collages are ugly as all get out, but they work really fantastic, and I'll show you how to use those in a second. But first we're going to do this picture box creator. So I found an image that I think will do really well just because it stands out and catches the eye. So we're going to go ahead and upload it here. And we're going to tweak the, actually no, I think I'm just going to leave that alone. But you can tweak the height and width here to adjust it to the actual size of the image if you'd like. But I'm going to leave this the same here. So let's go ahead and get rid of these default texts here. And down at the bottom, I'm just going to say something like, click like if you love my hat. And we're going to go and up the size here. And we're going to go ahead and click download JPG. And there we go. We have a nice image with text on it. That quickly. So we're going to go ahead and save that. Head back to the page. And we'll go ahead and upload it to the page right now. So we can see some of the results pretty quickly. So we'll just go ahead and copy the same text here. Click like if you love her hat. And hit post. Alright, and we'll come back to that in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, let's go ahead and check out some of these other features here on Viral Workshop. So first is the word search puzzle creator. This is a great tool. People love these kind of things on Facebook, and they do a really great job of getting people to interact with your Facebook page. So let's go ahead and get rid of this again. And we're just going to go ahead and put some dog related words in here. Bone, toy, treat, food, and boxer. And here we're going to put comment with the first word you see. And we're going to go ahead and download the JPG again. Then we're going to go to one of my other fan pages. And as you can see, 56 seconds and it's already had 26 likes. So this one is going to do pretty well, I think. We're going to go to the Boston Terrier page. And upload this photo. Oops. And hit post. And just because I like to have fun, every now and then I will sneak other words in here that have nothing to do with the topic. One time I put the word sexy in here and had quite a few people catch sex and sexy in there, and people had a lot of fun with that. So you don't have to take this too seriously. People are on Facebook to have fun, and you can give that to them in 100 different ways. Okay, so we've got that posted there. So let's go ahead and head back to Viral Workshop and do the auto collage creator. Okay, so basically what this does is it searches Bing for images and automatically creates a collage. So we're just going to do boxer dog puppy. I'm going to do click like if you have a boxer too. Now, one of the things to note about this is what you see in the preview here is not what you're actually going to download, because it's randomized here before it actually gets the image created. So all you really got to do is click download JPG and then hit just reload this page until you come up with a version that you like, that you think will catch the eye really well. So like this one, I think this will do really well. So I'm just going to go ahead and download this one. We'll go to Boxer. And upload this photo. Right, and there we go. Okay, so now we've talked about creating viral images, but we haven't really talked a whole lot about actually generating that traffic. It's great to have all these people interacting with your fan page and everything, but it's not going to do you any good if you can't turn it into money, and that's what we're here for. So let's go ahead and talk about that real quick. So the core strategy that I like to use is just creating really viral images like we've been talking about, and then adding a link into the subject line. Or not the subject line, this is an email. The status. So here you'll see we've got an image that is very eye-catching, and here we've just got a little bit of information, and then a link to whatever it is. CPA offer, list, squeeze page, an affiliate product, anything that you want. Seriously, you can link to some of the most ridiculous things and still get traffic to it through your Facebook page, because people on Facebook just love to click links. They love it. So it's a lot of fun. It's very, very easy to get traffic once you have some decent numbers of fans. So let's go ahead and real quick, let's check our stats on these posts. So this one's already had 16 likes. This one has had 17 comments in 3 minutes. This has had 108 likes, 3 comments, and 1 share. So as you can see, these kind of things work really, really well. The Boxer page isn't as responsive as my Boston Terrier or Shih Tzu page, but it does pretty well in terms of shares on some of my other posts. But I think this one will do pretty well in the long run. So let's go ahead and actually just reload that real quick and check it out. So now I've got 30 and 1 comment, 21 comments here, 123 and 1 still. Okay, so yeah, if I were to want to drive clicks though, there's a lot of different things we could try, but I'm going to go ahead and show you one of my absolute favorite methods to drive clicks, and it works really, really well. And with this strategy alone, I can drive at least 2, maybe 3 or 4,000 clicks in a day. Let me find one here. Okay, and all it is I go and find a video related to whatever the topic is. I'll throw it up on my website. I'll actually show you what that looks like. So I've got this YouTube video, and all I did was take a screenshot of the video player with the big play button on it and post that to the Facebook page. And even though it doesn't get a ton of interaction, it doesn't have a lot of comments or likes or shares, it gets a ton of clicks. So as you can see, 4,200 people saw this particular post, but it got a ton of clicks. And the reason why is because people will often click through to try and watch the video on here, then they'll realize they can't watch it on here, so they'll go ahead and click the link to go ahead and watch the video elsewhere. Now this works really well if you have a video sales letter or something like that, or if you're trying to send people to your site for AdSense money. That is a fantastic way to get people to your site for AdSense income. And it's been doing very, very well for me. We're doing 20, 30, 40, 50, even 60 sometimes dollars a day through AdSense, just by sending people to the site through video things like this. And it really, if you're in a different market, you could do much, much better. If you're in some sort of technology market, you're going to do a hell of a lot better than these low-paying ads for dogs and things like that. But anyway, yeah, so that is my big trick for sending traffic, but it's really only useful for sending people to your own website or to YouTube to increase the views on videos and things like that. So the other strategy that I use is using textual images like this. Does your dog pee in the house? This is a problem. I've surveyed these people a number of times, and this is one of the big problems that people have. Their dogs go to the bathroom in the house all the time. So I found a product on ClickBank that I sent people to, and it did really, really well for us. So it's really stupid and ugly and everything, but it works really well. Just go into Paint and create an image like this that gives them a big headline with whatever the problem is, and then a call to action to click on the link inside of the status. Another one I did here, do you make homemade dog food? I sent, I think, 1,300 clicks just from this one single post, which, as you can see, out of 2,600 people, that is a very good click-through rate. Let me go ahead and show you another one that I use every now and then. It might take me a second to find it because I haven't posted it in a week or two. But yeah, so another thing that really, really works well to get the click is controversy. And one of the big controversial things that I like to focus on, here we go, is commercial dog food. And a lot of them, we actually had issues with commercial dog food with our dog, so we stopped feeding him that kind of stuff and ended up making homemade dog food and all this other stuff like that. But anyway, so that's something that I like to point out here. So if you can find some way of provoking people with controversy to get them to click through your links, you're going to have a ton of traffic. So every time I post an image like this relating to homemade dog food, controversy, stuff like this, guaranteed at least 3,000 clicks. Seriously. The controversy is fantastic on Facebook. It promotes shares, and it does a fabulous job of getting a click. And after all, that's what we're here for. We are here to generate clicks to our offers. So this one goes to a ClickBank offer that feeds off that same controversy, and that's kind of where I got the idea from. And it just really hones in on the problem that commercial dog food is full of all this crap, and people need to make their own homemade dog food, and it sells really, really well for us. But yeah, so that is a fantastic way to drive traffic. Those three tricks right there will get you all the traffic you need, and once you figure out a good way to use those in your own market, got to be creative with this stuff, by the way, because if you just copy stuff from other people, it's not always going to work as well. So you got to keep that in mind. Got to be creative, got to think outside the box. But with these general techniques that I've given you now, you're going to be able to generate a ton of traffic. You're going to be able to build your own fan page, like I showed you with that automatic liker that I shared with you. You're going to be able to build your fan pages, and you're going to be able to create viral posts, and you're going to be able to send tons and tons of traffic. So that's all for now. So thanks so much for purchasing Social Traffic Traps. If you guys have any questions, you know how to get in touch with me. So thanks so much. Really appreciate it, and I can't wait to share more with you later.